Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have two watches from a relatively new brand called Alexander. A very interesting brand. They make a lot of Swiss-made timepieces, men's and women's watches. And I have two watches to show you and review today. And packaging is pretty simple here, as you can see. It comes in this nice kind of soft, really soft, like kind of velvety little material here. And then inside is the watch, and let's get over to the table, guys. Alright guys, back in the studio. Now here's the first watch I'm going to be reviewing today. This is the Alexander Olyn, or O-L-Y-N, their automatic chronograph. They do have a few other chronographs as well. This one just really appealed to me. It's kind of in a diving style. It's like a diving chronograph, but we only get 100 meters of water resistance on this timepiece, which is, you know, absolutely perfect. But anyway, let's run through some basic stuff. So Alexander's a pretty new brand. They have a lot of cool watches. Their website will be in the description below. They're kind of launching, you know, about a week ago, I believe. They started launching, really. And, you know, they're a really cool brand. It's always great to see something new in the watch market. And I want to share that with you guys. Now, this is a 44 millimeter case here. It's a pretty typical size for a, you know, a chronograph. 44 millimeters is not really seen as big in terms of chronographs. So it definitely fits my wrist pretty nice and snug. As you can see, it kind of curves down here on the lugs. Now, it's housed in a complete 316L stainless steel case. As you can see, nice pushers here, very long and, you know, very nice on the fingers here. You get a perfect really kind of push there. We'll get more into that. But anyway, as you can see, we have a nice black dial. We also do have individually applied stick-style indices, as you can see. And they are polished, so when the light hits it, it really gives off a nice gleam. It's, as you can see right there, they all kind of gleam. It's very nice. And they are hand-applied, which is very nice as well. Now, the price point of this watch, I know a lot of you guys always want to know, how much is it? How much is it? This watch is actually $2,650. But they are launching and they are offering 50% off on all of their models with a special code. I'll leave all the information in the description below, so you can go over there and check them out if you're interested. So in reality, this watch would cost you $1,350. Now, in terms of the crystal on this watch, we are using a hardened mineral Cristerna crystal. And if you guys don't know what a Cristerna crystal is, it's actually harder to shatter than a sapphire crystal. It's super tough. And, you know, it's really amazing. You know, they could have put a sapphire crystal, of course, but they decided to go this way in turn. You know, you get a more rugged and tough watch. You know, if you bang it into something, you're pretty much good to go anywhere in any environment. Now, this is using a Valjoux 7750 Swiss automatic chronograph movement. Some of you guys are probably familiar with this movement. It's seen in watches from brands like Breitling and some other luxury brands. And you do know some other brands that do use those. Can be in, you know, the thousands and thousands of dollars, although those are you know, a little more modified, I would say. But, you know, at this price point, and I'll get more into the accuracy as well, but, you know, it's a Swiss-made timepiece. This is made in Switzerland using the Valjoux 7750. If you didn't know, the Valjoux 7750 has about 25 joules, beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and it does have a power reserve of 40 hours, which is great. Now, some other stuff about this watch. Well, as you can see, it's your pretty typical Valjoux layout on this watch right here. We have your day and date over at 3 o'clock. Then we have your 3 subdials. Now this is, I believe, maybe your 60 minutes right below 12 o'clock position. And then above the 6 o'clock position, we do have 24 hours. So it's a 24-hour chronograph, which is really nice. You can run this thing all day. Now, going over to the 9 o'clock position, we have your running seconds with a nice little arrow, which is pretty cool. Definitely helps in terms of legibility there. I did take notice of that. Now, it does say Alexander, which is printed in white very elegantly. It's a really elegant, kind of classy, you know, name and their branding. I think it is. Now, we do have loomed hands, and we do have some loomed markers going around the dial as well. Although this is a chronograph watch, you know, it's not a It's not just a diving watch. It is a diving chronograph, but the lume is definitely good enough, I would say. And I'll show you that, more towards the middle of the video. Now, it does have a rotating bezel, and the rotating bezel, as you see, we have a nice loomed pip at the 12 o'clock position, which is done pretty nicely. No problems there. Nice coin-edged bezel, which is polished on the sides. We do have a screw-down crown, which is something, of course, that we need on this diving chronograph. So we do get 100 meters of water resistance. Now, the bezel action, which is a big thing for a lot of you guys and people, that like diving watches or chronographs with diving bezels. The action on this bezel is really, really nice. It's really precise, very nice. We also do have tachymeter readings on the chapter ring here. But the bezel action is definitely something I really noticed. And as you can see, guys, everything lines up perfectly. So quality control on point. Now, to function this actual chronograph, if you don't know, I'm going to go ahead and unscrew the crown here. I'm going to give it some power. Super smooth. Feels just like my Breitlings that have the 7750 as well. Very nice there. First position, I'm going to pull out now. As you can see, I can change the date. Nice solid clicks. Everything fits in perfectly. There are no alignment issues or anything like that. Now I'm going to change the day of the week. As you see, only an English wheel here. Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday. And today is Thursday, so let me set it to Thursday. Now I'm going to pull out to the final position. This will come to a stop over at 9 o'clock, and we can precisely set the time. The hands are very nice. They do reach out all the way to the almost to the tachymeter reading over here, which is very nice. Also, something to take note of, the chronograph hand is finished off with a nice little red tip here. So when this thing is rotating around or sweeping around the dial, it's very easy to read. And that's something I also did take note of. But yeah, the time set is very nice here, guys. It's just enough resistance to get really in there and set it precisely. Now the crown is also signed here, as you can see, with the Alexander logo, which is pretty nice. Now this is really a fully polished watch, besides the top of the lugs and the outer links on the bracelet. As you guys can see, it's just completely immaculate, like a mirror polish here. So as I was saying, guys, the finishing is really good. I mean, you can literally like see behind you. It's like a mirror. The polishing is definitely very good there. I don't see any problems there. It's kind of a chunky watch, not too chunky. I think it's good enough, especially, the Valjoux 7750 is not a small movement, so it kind of has to be a bit thicker. That's just how it is. But let's go to the other side. As you can see, everything is polished as well, including the pushers. I really do like these longer style pushers. It's something different, and it definitely fits in with the whole diving theme here. And let me go ahead and start the chronograph for you guys. Let me just make sure this is screwed in here. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and, wow, very responsive. That feels really good. There we go. As you can see, it's sweeping around. Very nice. I go ahead and stop that, and it flies right back. Very nice action. It's really responsive. You get a really nice solid click there. I really like that. Definitely functions with ease. Now, in terms of the accuracy of this timepiece, I am gaining 5 seconds a day, which is great. It's not a COSC certified, chronometer or chronograph like some, more expensive watches that cost $10,000. But definitely keeps just as good time. Keeps really good time, guys. There's nothing to worry about in terms of that. It does come on kind of an oyster style bracelet here with polished center links. Now the bracelet is using the pin system. We do have solid end links here. Very high Mura polish, just like the parts of the case which I showed you. Going to the buckle here, it is signed with Alexander and their logo. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. You do get 3 micro adjustments as well. Nice milled clasp, which is done very nicely. Absolutely no problems there. It's very nice. The click is solid. This thing is not coming off your wrist. Now I want to get into the case back. We also do have a nice exhibition case back. Now here is the exhibition case back, guys. As you can see, they did do a little custom work on the rotor there. They did inscribe Alexander, which is very nice. Case back is screwed down and it is polished. We do get some information as well. It does say Valjoux 7750, water resistant 100 meters, all stainless steel. Cristerna crystal there, Swiss made, automatic, and as you can see, it's really nice to see the movement, especially a Valjoux 7750. You know, it really looks quite nice, the 7750. I'm a big fan of this movement. It's extremely reliable. I have it in a couple other watches of mine. Very easy to service. Any watchmaker can service this movement. Any experienced watchmaker, I should say. And yeah, you know, it's a decent looking movement. It's gonna get the job done. It's a great chronograph movement. It's used widely in the industry in luxury watchmaking today. And I think it's gonna go for quite some years from now. It's a pretty classic movement made by the ETA group. Now, yeah, some other stuff about this watch. We do have nice, it's kind of filled in here. It's kind of etched out the numbers on here and filled in. We do not have lume on the bezel, but this bright white where they fill it in over here, it's kind of glows, even though, like, you know, it kind of really stands out even when it's dark out, which I do like. Now, in terms of pricing for this watch, it's priced really competitively, in my honest opinion, because you cannot really find another Valjoux 7750 automatic chronograph. And from many other watch brands, they pretty much start at about, I'd say they start about $1,500. And, you know, I think they're really trying to, you know, give you an edge here on what you're getting for your money. I mean, this is a really well-built watch. And I'm being 100% truthful here. The bracelet is solid, you know, very fluid, very nice, very easy to adjust. Everything is really, you know, really on point here. It's a super tough watch, though. It's more of it's a sporty chronograph, or a diving chronograph. It's definitely a really tough watch. You know, just like your normal automatic diving watches you guys are so used to. Definitely, you know, you can wear this watch just as you would those. It's, you know, you can bang this thing. It'll be just fine. There are no problems whatsoever. I know I do have a couple Breitling chronographs, and they're about as thick as this, I would say. And, you know, I beat those things up like crazy. And they definitely survived the test. This movement is very durable. And you should not have any problems with it whatsoever. Yeah, everything, you know, is really nice. I'm loving it so far. Let's take a nice Lume Shot, guys, and I'll be right back. Here's a Lume Shot, guys. As you see, the hands do light up, and there are small markers going around the dial that do light up as well. The pip is extremely bright. Here is the watch, guys, on my 6.25-inch wrist. Keep in mind, this is a 44mm case here. As you see, it fits me well. I mean, I like things a little bigger. As you see, just end to end. Definitely really helps. The lugs here kind of curve down. I would say wears more like a 43.5, but you definitely feel it on the wrist. It's a real solid watch here, real solid. As you see, the end links fit the case like near perfect. I mean, there's literally, you can't even really tell they're connected. There's like a tiny gap here, but everything fits really nicely. Beautiful coin-edged bezel here. Easy rotation, any angle. I really do like the bezel action. It's definitely really good compared to a lot of other watches I've reviewed on this channel. But it should be, especially for, you know, $1,300 or even $2,650 if you happen, you know, to order one when they're not on sale. All around, guys, you know, I think it's a pretty nice watch for your money. I was pleasantly surprised by this one. And Alexander also does have some other cool chronographs. Maybe in the future I can show you guys a different one. But this one is definitely speaks to me, you know, and that's why I wanted to review this exact model. I love divers, and I also love chronographs. You know, it's very functional. We have a real snappy chronograph here. It works very well. I really like the long pushers here. Everything functions as it should. There are absolutely no little mistakes or anything like that. These definitely get checked thoroughly. Also, guys, the watches do come with a 2-year international warranty. and you can definitely stand behind that. I believe this brand is owned by another brand or something of that nature that operates a lot of different watch companies. So it's definitely a brand you can, you can have faith in, and you can trust them when it comes to time if you need something to be serviced. I know Valjoux 7750s should be serviced like once every 5 years or so. I mean, they can go longer, but you really want to lube them up and get all your gaskets checked and all of that. But yeah, in terms of a functioning chronograph, I think this is really a great deal, and I think they're going to do quite well. Now, I want to show you one of their ladies' offerings. It's a pretty cool watch. If it was a little bigger, I'd probably wear it. It's a little nice MoonPhase watch, and it's Swiss made as well, just like all of their watches from Alexander Watch. But this is definitely the star of the show for me because I am a man. But if you do have a lady, you know, the holiday season is coming up, and maybe you can grab her one. And let's get into that one, guys. Alrighty, guys. Now here is the this is the Vasilis A204B from their women's line of Swiss-made watches, and as you can see, it's really nice. I believe we have a MoonPhase here. Some nice pattern going on top of the MoonPhase. Nice little crystal markers there, right above the applied indices or markers. Nice Roman 12 and 6, Swiss made at the bottom. So yeah, this is a ladies' Swiss Quartz MoonPhase date watch. It's complete stainless steel, guys. I believe this one is $510. Take 50% off with code VIP50, of course. And I believe that would be somewhere around $255. So, you know, comparing something like this to what most women are looking at nowadays in terms of watches, a lot of them don't know about watches. Like, they buy like Michael Kors watches and Fendi watches and, you know, all other sorts of garbage, in my honest opinion. I actually did buy a Michael Kors watch for my sister a few years ago, and I felt really bad buying it. I mean, she liked it. She didn't really know about watches. She's not really a watch, you know, enthusiast. But you know, they go for the look, and that's pretty much it. But with something like this, you get the look and you get the quality. You get a decent movement, a Swiss-made timepiece, and this is the same price as a Michael Kors watch. Or something of that nature, you know, and it's a real nice timepiece. You can feel it when you pick it up. It's solid. It's well built. It actually has a nice looking MoonPhase here. You know, it has applied markers and a really nice bracelet as well. But let's get more into this. So definitely, guys, if you're looking, you know, in terms of holiday shopping and stuff like that, you can always, you know, find other brands than what you get at your average Macy's department store and stuff like that. It's always better to look a little further, and you can get a lot more for your money. Anyway, some basic dimensions on this timepiece. This is a 35mm timepiece in terms of diameter. Obviously, it's a women's watch. I know some men's watches are 36mm, but you know, we do kind of have that mother of pearl dial here, which does look quite nice. Actually, the mother of pearl dials, or MOP dials, we're actually seen on some older Rolex models, which is pretty cool as well. But anyway, we do get a genuine sapphire crystal, a Swiss-made quartz Ronda movement inside of this thing. It's a Ronda 708. We do have a date aperture right above the 5 o'clock position, as you can see, in a circular window. We also do get that nice gray kind of guilloche, which is on top of the MoonPhase there. Nice silver moon. I like that with these stars. I think that looks pretty cool. The whole case is pretty much polished. We do have a polished smooth bezel. We do have polished sides here, as you can see. Very high polish, just like the other watch I showed you guys. We do have a pull and push crown, which is signed. We also do have your Swiss-made logo down here. And we do have these little accents here. I don't think they're diamonds. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe they're cubic zirconia or crystal. Not exactly 100% sure about that. I will let you know in the comment section below. But it does come with a nice, pretty nice bracelet with actual screws, which is quite nice to see at this price point. Kind of like an H-link going on here. And I must say, the bracelet is really nice, guys. I mean, this thing is like super fluid and solid. We get screws on here. It does come on a deploying butterfly clasp, signed Alexander right here, as you can see. Two nice buttons, very secure. If you can see that, not your typical clasp here. It is connected at like 4 different points here. Very secure. It doesn't feel cheap at all. Very secure snaps. I think it looks really nice in my opinion. I think they did a great job on that. We also do get solid end links on this timepiece, as you can see. The caseback is held down by 4 screws. Nice little Alexander logo there. Also, it does say some information on there. It does say Swiss made, all stainless steel, sapphire crystal, and then it does say water resistant to 50 meters, which is quite nice. Now, it's a pull and push crown. We only do get 50 meters of water resistance. This is more of a dressy kind of piece, or, for women, they can pretty much wear, this watch on any occasion, in my opinion. But anyway, back to the functioning of the actual piece. First position, we do have your date change, which is quick set. Very nice, solid clicks. Nothing wrong there. I'm going to pull out to the final position. As you can see, the hands on this watch are blue, which is quite nice. Matches the background of the MoonPhase right there, which is nice. And then we can go around. Time set is fine. You can definitely set it very precisely. There are small pips here to mark off the minutes as well. Push it back down, and yeah, it's a it's a pretty simple watch, but it's definitely well built. Nice brushed lugs, polished sides. The sides of the bracelet are polished as well. Definitely can fit a big wrist as well. I'm actually going to throw this on my wrist. I'm a man, but my wrists are not that big. They're about 6.25 inches. But I'll show you what it looks like on the wrist. I'll be right back, guys. Now here's the watch, guys. It probably could fit my wrists. I think it probably could fit. It doesn't look that small on me, I don't think. I mean, the older date justs are 36 millimeters, and I can definitely pull one of those off. This is 35 millimeters, but it's definitely a women's watch. It's very classy, casual, and dressy at the same time, honestly. And hey, I think for $255, this is a great timepiece. I mean, I've definitely held and handled women's Cartier timepieces and the bracelets on those. I mean, this bracelet is really amazing. I mean, I've never seen a bracelet built this well on a watch that only costs $250 or $500 normally. But, it's a very well put together watch. I really do, I think they did a great job on this one. Yeah, so definitely check it out, guys, if you're looking for something to get your girlfriend or your wife or something like that. And, in conclusion, I think Alexander makes some pretty nice timepieces for the price, guys. Definitely check them out. I never knew about this brand before receiving these 2 watches from them. But I definitely have faith in this brand. The quality is there for the money. They're not like super overpriced, even though they are Swiss-made timepieces. And hey, really can't go wrong with one of these things. So yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think of this brand in the comment section below. This is the Olyn automatic chronograph, or diving chronograph. And this is their women's MoonPhase, which is quite nice as well. So that's pretty much going to sum it up for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And throw me a like, throw me a dislike, give me some feedback, guys. So once again, guys, thank you for watching, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.